Garrett Lutt, Jack Van Fossen, big for Underwood tonight in a win over Williamsburg. Gentlemen, you guys just won your first ever state tournament game. I mean, how exciting is that? How excited are you guys just to be able to keep playing another night?
We are very excited. I mean, this is school history for us. So, I mean, we're just happy to keep playing and extend our season.
Yeah, I mean, words can't really explain how happy I am. I mean, we knew coming in that this was a really, really good team. We were preaching that pitcher slider. It was amazing. I mean, it was tough to see. But, I mean, we put the balls in plays when it was right down the middle. I mean, the score shows it. We really put the balls in play and just drove in runs.
Garrett, I mean, to get the ball in a situation like this as a freshman, I mean, what are kind of the thoughts? How are you feeling heading into it?
I was pretty confident heading into it. I wanted the ball. I mean, I really wanted to pitch. I was super excited for this game. I was super anxious all day, just waiting for this game, waiting to throw. So, I mean, it's just awesome. I was really excited.
What were the things tonight, when you look back on tonight, what were the things that you feel like you did well?
I think early on, I threw my fastball well. I mixed in some off-speed. Then after that, I mean, they were battling. They were a really good team, so it was really hard to get outs, but I think my curveball was working really well.
Seemed like you were painting the corners well. I think like 5 or 6 of your 8 strikeouts were called strike threes. Was that part of the game plan coming in? Was that something you kind of saw that, hey, if I can get him outside corner, that might be a pitch that's good tonight?
I didn't really know anything about him coming into tonight, so I was just trying to get weak contact and hopefully strike some hitters out tonight.
Speak to your night offensively. Had a couple hits early on. I mean, what were you seeing at the plate that set that up?
Well, that first at bat, I did not see the ball very, very well. He had a very good curveball. His changeup was really good, but he ended up throwing me a fastball in that last pitch, and I was able to drive to center field. And then that second at bat, I mean, it was a long at bat, fought off a bunch of pitches. He's a really good pitcher, so I just tried to keep battling, and I ended up getting one I could hit.
Slide over to Jack. You got the scoring going in the first inning with a double. Just kind of take us through that sequence and what you saw that set that up.
Yeah, I mean, I struggled hitting at Clarinda. I mean, there's not really any way to deny that. So I was kind of working on these practices, kind of just drive the other way, just put a barrel on the ball. And, I mean, it just found a sweet spot in the gap. And, I mean, it could really start a momentum.
You get the ball in the 6th inning. Coming into tonight, did you have an idea that, you know, the last couple innings might be yours, or how'd that kind of play out?
I had no idea. I didn't even know Garrett was pitching until yesterday night when I was talking to my dad. But, I mean, to be able to get through 5 innings as a freshman with 90 pitches, it's just incredible. I mean, he really gave me a bunch of cushion with only 2 runs up on the board. So I just wanted to throw the ball in the zone and let my defense work.
Talk about your night pitching. I know you only had to do 2 innings, but, I mean, it was efficient. What worked?
My fastball, it was feeling much better than normal. And then the changeup was kind of off, so I was kind of spinning it because I was watching Garrett, and they kind of would run with the curveball. So I just knew if I could start it in and then go out, they might chase it.
On to Thursday. I mean, what's it going to take?
It's going to take everything. I mean, it's going to be like tonight. We're going to need the entire lineup to do their job, and I believe in every one of them.
Garrett, kind of same question. You know, I mean, what's it going to take? What do you guys have to do Thursday to have success?
We're taking one pitch at a time. We gotta make plays in the field, throw strikes, and then just put the ball in play on offense.
All right, Coach. I mean, first ever state tournament win for the program, and most importantly, you know, a win to keep the season going. Just tell me, what are the thoughts tonight?
Oh, I'm very proud of the boys. Like you said, we executed. O'Neill and Williamsburg I mean, every out that they hit was a loud out. O'Neill's a good pitcher. I mean, you look at his numbers and, you know, different people look at, they're 20-19. It's like, well, they're 20-19, but they play in a very, very tough conference. They play in a 3A conference, and I mean, they're good. O'Neill's good. Their lineup top to bottom can hit the ball. I was happy with the way our guys executed kind of our game plan, and just happy for them. I mean, you know, you always get that first one. Hopefully you get a few after that, but they can say now that they've made Underwood history and got their first win.
3-run first inning. I mean, how big was that just for you guys to be able to settle in and play from a lead the rest of the night?
You always want to get the lead at first, obviously, but then it's kind of like, okay, boy, we're adding. Mason led off the game with a walk, stolen base. Jack drives him in. he's able to get second on a throw. Garrett drives him in. It's kind of been our MO all year. We're pretty fortunate, the guys at the top a lot of times set the table and then we're able to knock them in. But I think tonight too also came down to our middle of the order and bottom of the order guys. Gus Bayshore, got an RBI. Nick Hackett, drives one down the third baseline, gets a couple RBIs. So it's one of those things where everybody did their part. Not everybody got a hit, but everybody worked the pitcher enough to get him up there in pitches. And again, they executed what we hoped they were able to do and what we asked them to do.
They got a run back, and then to put 4 on, I think, in the third. What kind of stood out during that offensive trip to the plate?
I don't know. I mean, it was just I thought our bats were good. I thought we took pitches that we needed to take. We swung at pitches that we needed to swing at, and again, we were able to find the hole a couple times. And again, in state tournament play and baseball in general, I mean, you've done this enough where you get a couple bounces and anything can happen. So it's one of those things where we were able to string some hits together, put some pressure on them, and fortunately those 4 runs that we got in the bottom of the third were good enough to get it done for us.
Efficient night from Garrett, and then Jack comes in final 2 innings and kind of closes the door. What can you say about those guys' performances?
Nothing. I mean, and I don't mean nothing like we're not happy with them or proud of them, but they're 2 pretty good pitchers. Garrett throws a little harder. He's got 3 pitches, 4 pitches. Jack doesn't throw as hard, but he's got 3 or 4 pitches and he can locate. The thing I was the most happy about, I guess, with them on the mound is even, Garrett gets called for a balk. Jack comes in, with a 5-run lead, and it really didn't seem to faze them. They were out there. You could see them taking some deep breaths and executing. And again, that's more on them than anything. Just being right now, working pitch by pitch, and that's kind of the motto that they've had all year.
Garrett goes over his pitch count after the 5th, and then Jack comes in. Was that kind of always the plan coming in tonight, to have Jack go the final 2, or is it just the way things transpired?
Just the way it transpired. I mean, Garrett was able to get through the sub-state game with 89 pitches and 7 innings, and again, Williamsburg worked him. They worked Garrett, got some foul balls, and that's in today's game. That's kind of the key to victory is if you got a number 1 guy and you can have some quality at bats, you get him out of there. So again, we're pretty fortunate. We've got Garrett and Jack are both able to come in and throw strikes, and not necessarily how you draw it up. I mean, obviously you'd like to have Garrett go the whole time, but we're pretty confident with Jack going up there too, and they were able to get it done.
Thursday against Cascade. Maybe you got to see a little bit, maybe not, warming up. But I mean, what do you know about them? What are kind of the initial thoughts on that one?
I don't know really anything about them, honestly. We watched their game a little bit before. They're fast. They can hit. I know they'll have their number 2 guy will throw. I think their number 1 guy threw tonight. So, I'm not really sure what they have. We moved our practice back so we can try to figure out something. But, this late in the game, it's you want to find some tendencies, but you go out there, roll the ball out, and you see what happens. You don't have a whole lot of time to look around. But with this day off tomorrow, we'll definitely be scouring the internet and seeing what's out there and see if we can put a game plan together.